Okay, it says I'm live. Okay, we are going to do some Medicare Math, and I wanted to show you. Okay, let's talk a few minutes about some of the options that you have. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Can't share my screen. Alrighty. I'm going to look up. I'm just going to give you some numbers. Let me do the free. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get the. Let's see. I can't do it. Let's just go to the here. Let's take a look. We're going to log in to those that I go to. And we're going to look at high deductible plan G. And we're going to use this year. And I'm just going to use a quote for this year for a female. I have to pick up a female, my zip code, turning 65. They do have discounts for household discounts, but we're not going to use it. And the person is non tobacco, and I'm about to sneeze. Ooh, light. Extra light in here so you can see me. Get a quote here, and we'll take a look. Interesting. This is not a high deductible G. High deductible G. I know. It's like $94. That's what it is for the other. Okay, so let me share my screen here just a minute. Okay, here we go. It's $30.60 a month. And if you like Blue Cross Blue Shield, there's $31.50. If you don't mind let's see, that's 90 cents more. You like Blue Cross? There you go. Blue Cross does not have a policy fee, and New Era does. Interesting. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at, well, let's do Blue Cross, since, hey, that's so everybody is familiar with Blue Cross. Let me write this down. And you will notice, let me see if it says here. Plan details. Okay, so for this year, it pays after a $2,870 deductible. You say, oh my God, Michelle, what are you trying to suggest here? Well, I'm just going to show you. If you're healthy, that most of that's going to be this Part A deductible, which is $1,676. I think you're not going to be going into the hospital. You're probably not going to be paying that, because look, most everything is paid under Part B. Let's look at Part B. Part B. This is where you get your doctor care, and guess what? It's going to pay everything except for the Part B deductible, which is $257. And that, if you got the regular Plan G, you would be getting that $257 Part B deductible. So the only, and it'll pay the rest of the remainder on Part B. It'll pay that. So you're looking at Part A is where the majority of everything is expensive for you. That would be hospitalization, skilled nursing care, blood, hospice. If you have blood in the hospice, yeah. I'm not blood, but if you're so sick that you're getting hospice care, you don't need to get a high deductible Plan G. Period. But let's take a look at it. $257 for the Part B, and then it will pay for everything after that. As you can see, what does it say? The medical expenses after unless the Part B deductible has been met, you pay $2,870 plus, except you've already paid $257, unless you pay that Part B deductible. So when you meet that, then boom, you're not going to be paying anything else. So, but let's compare, because $2,870 is the amount that you would have to pay a maximum before everything would be 100% after the deductible, because Part B deductible has to be met first, okay? So anyhow, let's go back here. Take that off. Let me, where is it? Sharon, come back, and let me go over to Medicare. And let's just say you have, because with a Medicare supplement, you're going to need a Part D. That's the drug plan. So I'm going to go over here, use my same zip code, and we're going to look at drug plans. And I might as well start sharing that with you over here. So let's share that. Let's go through it. Okay. Do you get help with your Medicare? Let's assume that you don't get any help, and with any, you're not on Medicaid or any of the other programs, extra help or anything. And so, do you want to see? Yes, I want to see my. Okay. And let's go with. You have a little high blood pressure. You're taking low sartan, potassium. And let's say it's 100 milligrams, and you take it one a day. Let's add another drug. Let's see, Rosu. This is for cholesterol. This is a generic for cholesterol, 20 milligrams. That's fine. Yeah, we're taking that. And that's it. Got a little high blood pressure, a little cholesterol, and that's it. And then let's done adding the drugs. And we're going to do, we'll look at Harris Teeter, CVS, and where is Walgreens? Right there. And we've got two more we could do. That's three's enough. Continue to view the plans. You're looking at $360 for the prescription drug plan, and it does have a $615 deductible. Let's see. Well, let's compare the Humana and this one. And see, let's compare these. Let's take a look at it. WellCare has a 3.5 star. Humana has 3 stars. Humana is a little bit more expensive. They both have a $615 deductible. Both of those drugs are covered. The Walgreens, CVS, and Harris Teeter are all preferred pharmacies with WellCare. They are in-network with Humana. Let's find the preferred network then. What? Okay, they want you to do the, okay, just, I want to be fair. Let's be fair. The only way that Humana is going to give you a preferred network is to do the mail order program. So let's take a look at it. Man, you just can't beat WellCare with Humana with those two drugs, because look, it's $43.20. It's going to be the same. So let's take a look at the details of this plan. You're not going to be paying anything except for the premium, which is $360, and $360 times 12 is $43.20. You're not going to pay anything except that $360 premium. And if you were to get a tier 3 drug, now let's go back and add a let's go back and let's add another drug that would be, let's see, I think Jardiance would be a brand name drug. Let's go with what they have here. Add it to the list. And let's done adding the drugs. I think that would be, we're through with that. Continue plan to the year. Okay. So look at it. So actually in this situation, all three of the drugs are covered. Let's look at the plan details for, so you would have, look at that, $1,000 through the year. So in other words, the first 3 months is meeting that $615 deductible. Remember, you had that $615 deductible that you have to meet. That's part of this right here. For the first month in January, it looks like Walgreens or Harris Teeter, well, they're all three, it doesn't matter. So, whichever one of those you want to go to. $204.82, $204.82, $202.75, and then it starts to be $51.20 a month. So you basically, you know that from the other, that we had the high blood pressure and the cholesterol medication, it was zero. With the Jardiance, it's a tier 2. So now it's $51.20, and let's go back. And let's look at the Humana plan details. It's still going to have the $615 deductible. And this is how it works out. Look at that. Still a little bit more. Well, you can see the $616.34 is what you're going to pay in the mail order. Let's see what so you would actually do better with the mail order pharmacy with Humana, but you're going to have to pay a big chunk of money. That $616.34 is going to cover you for the first 3 months. They're going to require you to have a 90-day supply of that. And then April, you would pay $122.35, $122.35. October to take you through the end of the year. If you went to Walgreens and had it monthly, actually, Harris Teeter is the best place to go with Humana. In this one, $211.89 February, $196.39, and then $53.08. I'm going to add that up a second. 89 times 2 plus 196. 39 is $620.17. Okay. And then it's going to be $53.08. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back and look at WellCare's plan details. And it was basically $204, so Harris Teeter's a little bit more expensive under the WellCare plan, but you get $2 difference. It was 53, this is 51, and you are paying a cheaper premium. Premium does not change. The premium is the difference of $360, and that's the deal. Mail order $1,067. Okay, let's go back. 1,067 with the Humana Basic, it's $983.39. So honestly, let's see. That is $680. 360. I'm subtracting 680 minus, so $3.20 is the difference in the premium times 12. It's $38.40. So actually, plus 983. No, I think that is with, it's $983.39. So actually, in this instance, if you want to do mail order and you had that other tier 3 drug, then you would, let me see, is anybody, I'm just saying, if you have $983.39, well, it's basically $85 a month. That would include the premium, I'm sure, plus the co-pays. But anyhow, it's a little bit less if you go with the Humana Basic plan. But that should show you, you need to put your drugs in and where you're going to get your. If you're not willing to do the mail order, though, see, I have a lot of clients that do not do the, they don't want to do the mail order. Some people don't mind it, and they prefer it. It's on the automatic, and boom, you just have it done. So anyhow, let's say you have, let's go back to, let me share this. Go back to this right here. Okay, so let's say you're paying $31.50 a month, and you do the WellCare because you don't have the Jardiance, and it's $360. So $31.50 plus $360 is a total of $35.10 a month. $35.10 a month. So you're going to need $35.10. You're also going to have $2,870 to be able to. Now there's other things that you could actually do. Now let's go and look. Let me stop sharing this. Now let's go back and let's share and look at, let me go back in on the Medicare, and let's go back to search results, back to drugs and pharmacies. Let's go. Let's see. On health and drug plans, let's go and do another one. It'll let me. Okay, use my zip code again. At the Medicare Advantage plans. You don't get any help. And let's have the same drugs and donating pharmacies. And then it asks you your provider's name. You have to come up with a doctor's name. Providers. Occurs in him. Okay, and then let's see. Let me add somebody else. I think. Find another doctor or a family doctor. Looking at somebody up. Primary care. Okay. Let's use Tim's doctor. Or this guy. Tim does not like him, but look, he changed his picture over this. I'm going to use this dude. Okay. And a provider. Jonathan Henderson. Search providers. Okay. Add that provider and continue to the plan results. Okay. You are looking at my Medicare. Okay. Here we go. So this, let's X those out. All right. So we've got Health Team Advantage there, 4-star. They have no deductible, no monthly premium for health and drug coverage, and they have a $250 drug deductible. It is a PPO plan. So let's add that one to compare, and that's the same type of plan. It's a little bit more. It has a $300 deductible. Now, why in the world would you not want to have? That's $3,900, and this one is $4,200. Okay, so anyhow, well, let's look at Cigna. Let's make sure. Health team. Oh, you have to contact the plan for provider information. Okay, let's assume he's in the network right now. I don't know if he is or they are or not, but okay, this one is, and that one's not on the the Cigna plan. Interesting. Dr. Kerr is, and Jonathan Henderson is not. Interesting. Okay, so neither are under the Alignment Health Plan. So, I mean, and this is how I usually look at, I put your drugs in, I put your doctors in. These are the most important things that you need to be thinking about is your drugs and your doctor. That's what your health care is about, basically. Forget about all the other stuff. Okay, so here we go. AARP HMO. This is an HMO. It's a 4-star HMO, and it has a drug deductible of $440, maximum out-of-pocket of $5,400. So it's, even being an HMO, it has a higher, and it's in and out of network, $5,400. That's good, but the drug deductible is higher, and the maximum out-of-pocket is higher. So even, and let's add that to compare. See, okay, we got Humana Go Plus, both of those are in, okay, we got 3, let's compare. Let's compare this. I mean, like I said, the most important thing is to make sure that your doctors are in network. These are all 4-star plans. Actually, Humana is a 4.5. And they have a $250 maximum out of pocket, or drug plan deductible, not maximum out of pocket, $250 drug plan deductible. They have $3,950 in network because it is an HMO too, but it only covers in network. Big difference because the Health Team Advantage Plan 1 PPO, you can go in and out of network. Now, if you're out of network with the Health Team Advantage, you're going to be paying $6,300 as opposed to the AARP $5,400 in and out of network. That's huge. That's huge. But like I said, let's take a look at it. You have to pay the $185. Oh, Humana is going to give you a $2 reduction. $2 reduction on your Part B premium. So you're not going to be paying $185, whatever your Part B premium will be for the next year, that it will take $2 off. Okay, so none of them cover transportation. This has in-home support services, and these two do not. Humana and Health Team Advantage have over-the-counter drug benefits. Those are benefits that are extra that you can have. And none of them cover the PERS, routine chiropractic, home and bathroom safety. This one does have a little bit of Part B premium reduction. Meals for short duration. They're all the same on the rest. All have fitness benefits. Boom. Primary doctor is 0. The specialist is 25 and 10 for Humana Gold. 0 to 40 on AARP, so that could charge you up to $40. That would be different. 10 to 100 on the diagnostic test and procedures, 50 on this. I'm just showing you this. This is how you go through Medicare.gov and begin to decide on which plan you like. So anyhow, I'm just saying the purpose of this was to find out this right here. So you have, with a Plan G high deductible plan, $2,870 as the maximum that if you had something majorly happen to you, that you would have, but you wouldn't have to pay that unless you went into the hospital, okay? You would have to pay that $257. So I'm just saying, and you're comparing that with, the best plan with the same type of benefits on the other was, this one's $3,900. That is a difference, subtract 2,870, of $1,030. And if you didn't have the Jardians, it would be, really a difference between, let's see, $43, $360, $43.20. Now, if you have the Jardians, it's going to be, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the drug deal. Okay, let's look at the plan details and look at their drug health premium. There's no drug premium, but there's a deductible. Let's see how that would work. Those are generics, tier 1 generics. And so what would you be, if you had the Jardians, this would be $71.08 that you would pay, then $67.12. Well, CVS is preferred and Harris Teeter is preferred, so use those, $40.81. That would be what you would pay. So, when you're comparing that, the real big, huge difference is you would have flexibility to go anywhere with the Plan G, high deductible Plan G, and it would not be that much more expensive. Now, see, in this situation, in that particular situation, you may prefer to have the Medicare Advantage because there's, let's see, the maximum out of pocket would have been $250 for the drug. See, the drug deductible is way less in the Medicare Advantage, and it comes all in one, and it has other benefits. Let's see how it said. Let's go back. Let me go back a minute. It does have on this. It does have the it's got the over-the-counter drug benefits. So that means that you have a certain amount of money allotted for getting different stuff at like CVS or whatever. CVS, you can go there and you can use so much in benefits every quarter. It's typically how they work on the Medicare Advantage plans. But this shows you how you can compare. This shows you how you can compare with a Plan G as opposed to a Medicare Advantage. Let's stop sharing the screen and let me just talk to you. Okay, that to me indicates this is why, now if you were in an area like maybe Western North Carolina or somewhere on the coast, and there's not a lot, and it's not as rich. I used my zip code. Medicare Advantage plans are very popular. They have a lot of doctors in this area. Those are some of the things that you need to consider. That is some of the things that you really do need to consider. So anyhow, that just gives you a brief breakdown of, okay, now the Medicare Math that you might want to consider. How do I determine whether I want to go? And if you look at a Plan G without the high deductible, it is like 3 times as much. It was like in the night. It was around $95. It was 94 and change. So I just rounded it up. $95. It's not a huge amount, but it's still more than the high deductible. The only thing you would be responsible for in that instance is the $257 and staying with doctors who accept assignment. So that would be the only difference. Those are your options. I hope that answered, and I didn't see any questions come up. So I will see you here tomorrow. We'll talk again. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.